Hello once again. This is actually the second video today I'm going to make. It's more of a kind of a thank you to actually my uncle Chuck. When I went and did the roofing for the week last week, I was invited over to his and his wife's house to see my cousins, whom I haven't seen in a few years actually. So whenever I went, they put together a few soaps and so on for my wife and so on, and that was real thoughtful and sweet. And one thing that my Uncle Chuck and my cousin Ian had done for me was they put together a few games that they wanted to give me, knowing that I am a collector. So I was kind of blown away about it, you know, because I always say, you know, I always take donations. I'm real thankful for donations and anything to expand my collection. You know, that's awesome. So, you know, they gave me a stack of PS2 games. So, you know, unfortunately they don't have the cases, so I've got to make cases. But I'm going to go ahead and list them off. First off is Xenosaga Episode 1. So, this is actually a demo disc for Final Fantasy 12. I do have Final Fantasy 12, but, you know, demo disc isn't a bad thing. Final Fantasy X-2. Now, this one will probably never get played because of how god-awful the game is. But, once again, collector. I could sit there and just stare at my collection and be totally happy with it. Crash Bandicoot Warped. That's actually a PlayStation 1 game. I didn't realize that. There's a couple in here, or maybe. Huh. But that's a PS1 game. Actually, I like collecting those more than I do the PS2 games. Spyro, A Hero's Tale. So that's not bad. Aeon Flux. Once again, collector. Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future. I didn't even know that game existed. So, I mean, the Echo games weren't bad on the Sega Genesis. So. Here's another PS1 game. I actually have the first one of this on the Sega Saturn. Tomb Raider 2. And then Dragon Quest VIII. Now that one's awesome. I really like the Dragon Quest series. So, like I said, it's a real big thank you to them. I wanted to go ahead and share with all of you kind of what, you know, what I have in my hands here. So, it's a real awesome gift. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Ian and Sarah, for the gifts. They're awesome. They've found a good home. So, as always, subscribe. And once again, thank you for watching. Talk to you next time.